All right, so today I have somebody coming over, wants to bend up some tubing to make a railing. He actually came over, full disclosure, he came over earlier. We bent a couple kind of test pieces just to see how it went. And he brought a piece of tubing that was just a little bit too short if we were gonna make it one piece. So he went back to his place, but he was kind of joking around about putting stuff on YouTube about this, and it might be kind of cool for other people to see. So we're gonna do it. So when he gets back, we'll record how we go about doing that, looking at the railing that we have, figuring out angles, and then kind of cardboarded designing it potentially, or just drawing it up, figuring out angles and how to bend and those kind of things. Not professionals. I only use the bender I don't use the bender very often. We'll put it that way. If you've seen the other videos with the dune buggy, we have used it and done some pretty cool stuff with it. But that project, I gotta get that done too. Anyway, we're gonna do this, and we'll get some footage of it, and hopefully, you get to see how railings are done. Most likely, how they're not supposed to be done, but still work. Probably. Stay tuned. But this is the test piece we kind of bent. You can't really see it, and you'll see with the railing probably. We just wanted to make it a little bit nicer. This is just us seeing how much of a curve we could do with the bender. This is 1.5 inches, and you can see how thick it is. Overkill for a railing, but it's what he has, and that's what we're going to use. So that's what we're going to do. Figure out what this angle should be, which we don't know until we know what the other tube is doing. But we'll look at that, figure it out, and hopefully show you as we go along.
Sorry, now I gotta watch my leg move.
No, I just set it up.
Okay.
That's cool.
So today, what did we mess up today?
I don't know what did we mess up today. I already said we're already kind of did the intro. So
Okay, good.
I'm gonna wipe this down. I need the camera to be higher and down, but whatever. It is what it is. This is cold. Didn't you heat this up before it came? Was it outside at home?
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
You don't have a nice rack like over there?
What's a rat? No, I got a ladder that sits on the ground.
You got a ladder that all this stuff sits on? Okay, it's cold. It's cold. Alright, so let's look at the yellow one.
Yellow.
Angles. I think we're going to just do this the easy way. We're just going to use this really, really expensive tool that I use from scrap stuff, and just a nut and bolt, lock nut. Yeah. Angle finder, homemade angle finder. So we're going to do, is this as long as it was there, or is this cut?
The other pieces in the truck.
Okay.
It pretty much had that fitting welded on there.
Okay. There's a small piece of the, oh wow, yeah, you can feel the grinds on here. Yeah, this stuff is not as
Pretty.
pretty as people probably think. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and you're right in the way of the camera, just so you know. So I take
Sorry,
this.
YouTube, this is my first
This
time.
is my first time. So we're just gonna put this here. Oh, and we have that notch there, so I'm gonna have to do it like this. Okay. And that's gonna be.
You hurry up, this stuff's kind of cold.
It is cold. Alright. Alright, so that looks like our angle.
Okay.
So what we do, we grab. Don't mind the mess. Anyway, we have this here, and I'm gonna let this ride on the counter. Use this. Okay, so this is at 0 degrees. I know this counter's level. I'm gonna take this, put it on, and it comes out to 59 degrees, right? You saying the same thing I am?
Yep.
Okay, so that's 59 degrees. You had a Sharpie? You're just watching me walk all over. Alright, so we're gonna go.
He's got to work on his communication skills.
I have no communication skills. We're gonna draw it like this. Now the thing is, we have this one here. We want to match this bend and this bend, right? No, I know that has to match. So that has to match to fit into the pocket that is already set for it, but we want this end to match too, so it looks like we knew what we were doing. Right? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have these two angles be the same and have this return back, potentially,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that,
Sure.
right?
Either that or go the first way you had it.
That's over 90, I'm pretty sure.
We can't do that.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see, because this bender can only do 90 degrees. So anyway, we're gonna get this angle first, and then we'll go probably as much as we can, and
Yeah.
figure out where that goes. So this is the second tube, this is the tube we're bending. All right,
Sure. Makes sense.
and we have to bend this first, because if we bend this, then we can't get it in to bend that one.
So
So,
we can't get it out.
or out,
That's the big problem. We
or
have to
in,
work.
we have to work backwards. So we have to bend this one first.
Yep.
And we want that to bend. Man, if it's so if it's 59, that's what I was actually writing. 59 degrees is that bend.
Mhm.
So this one to come all the way back would be 90 plus the difference there, which is 21. So 111 degrees is what that would have to be to come back with the same.
Yeah, to come back up.
So we're not going to do that. So if we come down 59 and do,
But if we do a 90, can we do a 90 and then do a 59?
we can,
We just call it a day.
and wherever it ends up, it ends up. It'll probably be like
Which is fine.
something in there.
Something in there.
I'm just trying to figure out how,
No,
is there a way to do it that, no.
it'll be going up. It'll be coming up. Because we find that 59.
Again, 111, so that's
Here.
21 degrees more than 90
Mhm.
to get it to come back that way.
Yeah, which we don't need to do.
No. But to get it to look like we meant to do it, we don't care. But I'm kind of thinking, just trying to figure out how that would work.
Pretty sure we stopped thinking about 20 minutes ago.
Could do, okay, so you wanna just do 90, and then 59, wherever 90 ends up, it ends up.
The only problem is if we're doing it this way, are we doing it to match up to that front post?
This is also longer than we want.
Yep, there it goes.
So I guess the point is, how much do we want sticking out when we do the first bend?
Yeah, that's our question, because that'd be our math for the return.
Yep.
So we're gonna go with that one, and that would probably be what we need, right? What is that, 10 inches?
Yeah, I'd say about 10 inches.
Okay, so we put 10 inches through there, and then we bend it. Because I don't wanna overdo it, because we only have, we might not have enough.
We want to have 10 inches here, at least, right? So we can figure out how it returns back. I'm going to, sure, just 10?
Yes.
Okay, so we're just going to do 10. So this will go into this mark here, and that'll give us 10 inches after our first bend, which is going to be 90. Yeah, our return's going to be 90. So we're going to, I'm going to wipe this down again. It's nice and cold, but we want to make sure there's no grit in here because the tubing bender wants to slide as it bends it. If there's grit, it will not do that. Or not do it well. We don't want it to bind up. It's hard enough to get it back out. So, all right. Let's get this thing. Keep coming. Alright, so that's our mark there. Actually, let's do this way. Sorry, double check. Come that way? Okay. And I'm just gonna line, okay, right there. That mark is lined up. Inch and 5/8. Okay. Tighten this. stand somewhere.
It's right over there.
Oh, yeah, here it is, sorry. Okay. It's not too tall. All right. Good. You wanna go ahead and do it?
Sure. You line up that mark, right?
That mark is lined up back here.
Okay.
We can, the thing that sucks is you can't really see it now. But what we can do, we know it's back to there. And it's an inch, the bend is an inch back. So it's 8 3/4 here. We could cheat it up a little bit more if you wanted. Yep. Here's our, that's an inch. So that's 9, so that's going to be 10 inches right there. Okay.
Let it rip.
Sure. What's the worst that could happen? A little more of a close up here. You're good. So there's a degree wheel here that we could use. That's one of the reasons we wanted to check the angles. So we'll use that and then we'll verify it with the angle finder that we created.
Try to make this straight.
I want that to be perpendicular.
Because it doesn't really matter because the other one wasn't. The other one was just round.
Yeah, I know. Well, what I'm trying to do is get more just so we understand how this works, if there's one that matters, is this rotates here. How do we have this be 90 degrees into this? So then we'll actually learn something. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. I know it doesn't matter. I know. But that's what so if this is 59, and I used to be able to kind of do this, I think, so. This is less. So to get us to 90, it's 31 degrees.
Yep.
But to come back here, we don't want to be 180. That's the thing. It's not actually 180. This is 90.
Actually, over 180. No,
It's less than 180,
less than 180.
right? 180 would be back over here.
Mm.
So this is 90. This one here
The one that matters.
is 31.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense? Because
Yeah.
this is 59.
Yeah.
So that's 31. This is 90, so that's 121, which I have here. 121 is what the total is that we want to make,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want that one to be 62.
We're pretty close. Nope, we're like 68.
Well, whatever that'll be. That's why I was like,
Oh no, we're at 63.
no,
Alright.
we're pretty good. So this is what we're kind of drawing up. We want to get this to come back in 90 degrees. It's been a while since either of us have done this, if not ever. I don't know. Have we ever done it? I don't know. Anyway, so figured out this is 59 degrees. This is 31. That'll make the 90. And then this we want it to be 90, so that's 90 degrees. So between those two, it's 121. And this is already 59, so we want it to equal 21. So our theory is that if we want it to equal 121, then this should be 62. This one here.
Yeah, and comment down below if there's like a formula for this, because that'd be real helpful.
Well, it's math. It's like geometry. We should know how to do. No, well, I'm old. You don't have that excuse. Anyway, so that's what we're going to try to do. So we're going to keep this at 62. We're not going to do it at 90. Right?
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We're not going to be able to put it back in. Bend it again, are we?
Nope. If it's wrong, it's wrong.
Do you care?
Nope, because I got 4 more pieces of tiles.
Well, and the return doesn't matter as much. This is more us just trying to figure out the math so we know how to do this next time. What? You make the math work?
Make the math work.
We're trying to make the math work. All right. So let's just keep it there.
Okay.
And if we fail, then we all learn. And
And we click delete.
it doesn't matter. We just erase it and pretend like we're smart.
Okay.
All right.
Do I hit the reverse on this? Yep, go for it. Now, do we need to mark where that was? On any of these things before we take this completely out of here? Right?
We can
Do we need to mark that white line?
mark that out. You know, basically.
Here, hold on, that's up.
Yeah. That's where that's moved. This is basically just we just want to know where the straight is. We don't really care much, do we?
What? I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think we care. Let's do that. Okay. That might be completely wrong, which is okay. Now,
Yes. Oh, you're gonna conclude by that? I think that would be right. Oh, yeah, well, because I'm thinking of the angle. Yeah, it'll be right.
I don't know.
Let's do it. Just pop it in there. It'll be right. Nice.
So my question though for you is, what do you want this part to be? Do you care?
No, that should be small.
Small, so we want it to be,
I would line them up right when you get the lines right.
so we want that to be. And then we're gonna have to put the level on this.
Yep.
Okay, kick it that way. So you get this in there. So if we want it to be small, we'll just cheat it back. Keep going that way. Good. It's all good.
What I got here?
That way a little bit more. There we go. Seriously? A little bit more. Can you go more? Okay, got that.
Yep.
And then we're gonna wanna get some reach.
So legal.
Level and. So we wanna make sure this is level. Way to go. Cut the level real quick. Yeah, there's a lot. So I want to make sure we lock this in level so it doesn't get cattywampus on us. Okay, so that shouldn't turn. You double check me. me, I feel better, cause this should be, what's that? I'm just curiosity, I'm just gonna do this.
90?
It's exactly 90-ish. It's 90, okay.
See what happens when we set things up right?
All the math seems okay.
It all works out.
Well, let's not go crazy. We don't know if it's gonna work out yet.
Oh, we have no idea.
Okay, so, we're gonna go.
No
59.
feelings were harmed in this.
Is that split? What?
No feelings were harmed in making of this video.
Alright,
Okay.
so, I said earlier that we're not professionals, so I don't think you were here for that part of the.
Well, yeah, cause you
Record.
aren't a professional.
Exactly.
Technically, I am.
You are? You're a professional?
No, I mean, it says Pro Tool on the side of it.
At what? Okay. Yeah.
Screwing it up.
Hey, that's true. It's just.
Okay, we ready to rock and roll on this
Go ahead.
thing?
I don't know.
Okay, so are we following the angle to 59?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna go to 59.
Okay.
And then, I thought about this.
Yeah.
Do you have the down tube?
You mean the other side?
No, I mean, did you keep that other piece in your truck, or are you just gonna, cause we could put the angle on it.
What is that about?
Well,
Oh, you mean, did I keep the 9-footer?
this piece.
No, I didn't keep that. I put it away.
Okay. So we're gonna do this and then, okay. I just didn't know if you wanted me to try to notch with that.
I thought we were gonna try and notch it.
We can do that, but we don't have another. I mean, we don't have the other two. But we can do that.
Just try it.
Anyway, let's go.
Rock and
Let's
roll?
do it.
Okay.
Here we go.
It's not going.
So, what'd you say? Because, back it up.
Where's the thing? Oh, here's the pin. There it is.
Might work better now.
We should take the yellow and lay it on top of it before we take it out.
Yeah. Can do that. We're gonna find out that all of our math is wrong. And we're dumb.
Yep.
But that's okay.
But the world.
We will learn something. Greatest tool for learning is what?
Failure. That's what I did. You say, if you're gonna make a mistake, make a big one. So you can all laugh with you.
Yeah, we definitely did something wrong. I mean, it's gonna be fine, but. Right?
I see why you built this out of aluminum. It's so much easier.
It is way lighter with aluminum.
See? You didn't mess nothing up.
No, we could just, all we have to do is notch that at,
59 inches. 59 degrees. See? That'll just come back.
yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah, see? We didn't do nothing wrong.
This doesn't come back in at 90, which is what we were trying to do, but. Because we messed up, but we didn't mess up because it didn't matter. That's why we tried it. We knew it didn't matter, but we figured we'd learn, and we know we did something wrong with the math. That's okay. It's gonna serve the purpose, which is what the point is. Now,
It's gonna look great from my house.
so we just wanna. Part of me wants to just mark that and then see.
Because we don't know what that angle is, because we can make that 59.
We wanna make sure. We just wanna check ourselves. Can you make sure that that's lined up? I'm thinking this is 31.
Yeah, that would be 31.
Just gonna make a mark here. Okay. And I'm thinking this is 31.
Yeah, that would be 31.
And then we're gonna make sure. We already tested out the big piece, but just that. Alright, and that would be what we want to do there, and that looks right. That's right. That's right there. So this. Yeah, I mean, we marked it there, so what we'll do. I'm not doing the cherry picker. Alright, I'm gonna move this over and
You gotta do the cherry picker.
notch it. Well, let's do this first. We know this is what we want, right?
Sure.
Because we want it to go that way. That's our center. That's our angle. And we'll set that at 31, see how close we are. So we'll move over to the notcher. Gonna be able to even get this thing in here to bend it. Because I got a bunch of crap in the way. But what we're gonna do is set this to what we think it's gonna be, which is roughly 30. 31, but just do that for right now, and then we'll see. So that's got to be. Oh no!
Yeah, because it's.
Okay, and then see, this has got to be.
Like that. Which it might actually
Oh,
work.
we might actually be able to make
Better
this.
move one toolbox.
Okay, let's. That is. Oh my gosh! Perfect.
That's
Let's go ahead and close this door. Wow. That is the only way this would have worked. We're probably going to have to go through the dune buggy.
dune buggy.
Alright, let's see.
Pick your end up. I gotta go back to you.
Yep. And I'll probably have to move that box. No, you gotta go more. We don't even have to do that.
You know, it's like-
Wow.
Drop it. Why don't you just stand in the middle of it? Or you stand in the middle of it? Push it open. I can pick it up. That's not good.
Okay. There we go. That'll give us enough room.
What did you get?
Oh, it just fell because I had it on a block.
Oh, okay.
Level it all off?
It's fine. Easy.
That was exciting.
See, where's our. Okay.
So you gotta drop that one down a little bit.
You have to, no, you have to pick that one up. I can control this.
There
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So tighten
You
that.
have to actually pick that up.
No, I will.
Okay.
Tighten that. Tighten that up where you need to be.
Well, that's the thing. I need it to rotate, which means you need to pick that end up.
I actually need to drop my end. That's what the level side. So,
Not according to my mark.
you're saying
That's what it should be right there. That's not what the level say?
not this level. I'm gonna grab my 4-foot. I don't like this level. It's really weird.
course we are. I mean, I'm just eyeballing it.
You know,
That right there looks pretty good.
this says. For your shoulder or this direction?
Good. And this is lined up.
Okay.
Okay, so that's as good as we're gonna get.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so I'm just gonna go to the edge, wherever it is, right? I'm not gonna take a bunch out. Do you
What?
got it?
Do that now?
I am just going to, this is fine, I'm just gonna cut
Yeah,
it.
just cut it.
Yeah.
Don't use coolant on that?
No,
No, you don't use it?
no,
Okay.
you can. Alright. Yeah. You could always put coolant on it.
Well, that's what I do on the line home. But it takes a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna drop on those shavings. Yep. Just walk that way with it.
Yep. Looks good.
So that's good. And then you're just gonna take it back, you're gonna throw a straight piece in that is even with that.
Yeah.
And then weld it and
Mm-hmm.
it'll be good or it won't be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Well, send me a picture when you do it and we'll add it to it.
Yep.
That's what we got though. Bye, Donald.
Bye.
Okay, so after Donald left, I knew we did something wrong with the math, and it's really silly. Some of you are probably laughing if you saw that part. Like, what are you guys doing? Anyway, it didn't matter what that return was, because if you saw the yellow one, it was, you know, kind of welded together, and just all it had to do was return back into that tube to make it a nice clean railing. So it didn't matter. What I was trying to do is kind of get some rust out of my brain, because it's been a while since I've bent tubing and done this stuff. There's a little bit of math you got to do, and obviously I'm rusty, right? So I figured we'd take the opportunity to try to have it return back, you know, as this shows, to return back parallel to the ground, like level. This be level here. So it's just more of an exercise in trying to figure out if we can do the math to do that. We failed. We didn't fail at making the railing, we failed at having that piece come back level. Did we care about that at the time? No. He doesn't care about that. He liked it the way it was. It actually looked closer to the old piece, even though it was a smaller curve, and that's because the other one was a little bit long, but it works fine. Here's what I did wrong. I overcomplicated it, which is kind of a thing. Overthinking, overcomplicating, it happens. Let me show you on this, because I went in the house and it was bugging me. So I drew it up here. This is what we want. I was like, man, we should be able to figure out this angle. If we know 3 of them, we should know the 4th one. Yeah. And I was like, okay, well, 180 is this. It's hard to do this backwards. And this is what we want here. And here's the thing. So because this thing was on a 59 degree slope, angle, we should say. This right here was 31. So when we bent this tube to the 59, that made 90 degrees. So this was running, this tube, and I'm doing it backwards, and this tube are running parallel to each other, or will be. You know, he's got to put this tube in, but they're running parallel to each other. Well, guess what happens when they're running parallel to each other and you have a 90 degree? The other one is 90 degrees. So here's what has to happen. Like I said, the railing's good, no problem there. It's worse than that. I have to explain to Donald that he was right. He's like, we'll just make it 90. And he was just making it 90 to make it 90, kind of like, because it didn't matter. The ironic part is 90 was actually what it was supposed to be, because we made the other one a total of 90. So then to make the math work and have your 180 coming back, it's 90. So I get to tell him, and I will, I'll say, you know what, you're right, we should have just done that at 90. And then I will hear about it for a long, long time, even though it didn't matter. But I think it's important to own our mistakes and to acknowledge them and learn from them. And yeah, I mean, we had some fun. So we had some fun betting and just kind of joking around and figuring stuff out. Again, it was just taking the opportunity to try to figure that out, because next time we might have to make something, I might have to make something, he might have to make something that's, has to be like right on to fit. And we'll understand from this mistake, at least I will, how to do that in the future and how it makes sense. So I just wanted to share that with you. You know, some of you might have already known that, probably most of you. We didn't, you know. Go make some of your own mistakes, that's how we learn, because I'm not gonna do this again. Well, probably will. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.